Hey, yo, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Talking 100 Podcast. On this podcast, I spell talk with the one instead of an L because on this podcast, we always keep it 100. All right, let's get into it today. I do have a cool about 200, 300 plus followers and subscribers across TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of that, Twitter, etc., etc. Right? But to the loyal, about good 50 to 70 fans, the loyal ones that actually look out for me each week, that look out for my reels, that comment on my reels, that comment, not comment, but share them and engage with me in it. I have been going for a minute, I know, and I'm glad that you guys have stuck around with me. Ask, hey, where are you? What's going on? Where's the content? Are you okay? Fact of the matter is, I'm going to go ahead and start it off by saying I am okay, but if y'all can see it, for the ones who can, all right, this is perfect right now. Okay, little Band-Aid. I know what y'all thinking. Oh, you got a little boo-boo. What was good? Why you out for 2 weeks with a little boo-boo? Nah, 2 weeks ago, this was a big ass like gauze thumb, right? I accidentally I was cooking dinner, okay, and I was getting ready. We was having a family movie night actually at my mom's crib, and so I agreed to make everybody smash burgers. Now I did work at Smash Burger in Colorado for a good minute, so I actually know how to make smash burgers, and I know what combinations go good with burgers, like what burger or what sausage should go with each burger, or what cheese would go with this, what condiment, you know what I'm saying? So that was my treat to everybody. I was getting ready to serve it up. Lo and behold, shout out to my mom. She did cut up a lot of vegetables for me, a lot of onions, but I just felt the need to cut some onions up. I brought my own onion and I was cutting it up. I was trying to kind of rush everything. For people, the real chef, like I know how to cook and I know what to do in the kitchen, but I'm not too big with naming the utensils, doing all that. So for the real chefs, y'all know, I think it's called the Mandarin. I can't say the word right, but yes, was cutting onions on that thing. It was kind of already uneven, and I felt some type of way about it, but I was still, trying to rush and hurry up and do it. So I was just going, and it was uneven. The onion kept getting uneven, so I was trying to force it in the middle. As soon as I forced it, the onion flipped up, and my thumb went on that blade. And when I say I cut a good ass chunk of meat off of my thumb, a little piece of my nail is gone. They said that won't never grow back. A cool little chunk. My shit gonna look like Kid and Play whenever it heals up fully. Yeah, brother. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell y'all something. That was a crazy. Really, I don't want to say a crazy experience because I've cut myself before. Working at Jersey Mike's, cut myself on a slicer. I said earlier, I worked at Smash Burger. I burned myself before. I've cut myself cutting vegetables and shit. I've done that. But, like, this experience was like no other. For people who do know me, I do drink on occasionally, and I smoke some. I didn't drink or smoke that whole day. I didn't eat. And so when I cut my finger and it's gushing blood, and my mom was like, yeah, you gotta go to the hospital, you gotta go to ER, you can't stop bleeding. First of all, I was furious because I was just like, I can't stop bleeding, it's pissing me off. I hate that I cut myself anyway. For people who are real chefs, and that are really not even just chefs, people who love to cook and people that be in the kitchen, you know as well as anybody, it's not the fact of you in pain, you know what I'm saying, when you cut yourself. It's not that. That's not the point. The thing is, you are mad as fuck because of most of the times how you cut yourself, and it's just the fact that I was just being stupid, careless, and goofy, and I should have took the onions that my mom really had, but I always try to go above and beyond. Okay, how can you blame me? I get it from my mother, okay, and my other family members, but It's just the fact that I really was just pissed off. It was I haven't ate, I haven't really done I didn't smoke or drink or nothing, so I was kind of just sober, ready to eat, ready to chill, ready to vibe, and this happened, and then instead of vibing at 8:00 with my family on a movie night cooking dinner, I'm in the ER with my wife until 1 a.m. in the morning, pissed off, and I'm furious. I'm mad, and I again shout out to my wife. Shout out to my wife because for people that don't know, my wife has sickle cell anemia. We are in the ER at least once, twice a year, and so it's a lot of times that I'm just waiting with her, and I'm the one that's telling her like, hey man, just calm down, just chill. I know you're in pain. Just gotta calm down. You gotta relax. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta chill. You know, and I understand, especially for sickle cell, it's really no controlling that. And so like I understand the pain that she be in, and I be trying to be there to comfort her and be there for her. And a lot of times I just have to be like, hey baby, just calm down. You know, we gonna get through it. Now I know how it feels from the other side, because I guess, like I said, I didn't eat. I was going through all of that. I cut myself stupidly. It's a stupid way to cut myself the way I did. And then the thing that kept topping me off, or the thing that kept like putting me over the top, was I'm literally hearing the doctors and nurses like kiki-ka-ka. I'm gushing fucking blood. Get y'all ass in here. Stop this fucking bleeding. I want to go home. I don't want to be here. Y'all just fucking laughing outside. Pissed off. Okay, I'm not gonna name the emergency room I was at. That's childish. Okay, that's very childish. All right, maybe on some exclusives on another episode I might say something. But I was all in all mad about that. Now, again, shout out to my wife who was there for me, calming me down. She was like, "Hey, dude, you gotta calm down. I know you mad. You like, you know, your finger fucked up, but you gotta calm down. You gotta calm down. Man, fuck that, man. I'm just pissed the fuck off. At this point, I'm really pissed off. Right. So shout out to my wife for being there with me and trying to calm me down. Again, shout out to my mom, who did cut up a lot of vegetables, and to this day, we're 2 weeks or about to approach 2 weeks from that incident, and even to this day, she was like, you know, I had all those vegetables cut up. Why did you want to cut? Like, she keeps reminding me of that, and I ain't gonna lie to you. At first, it was more of a, I guess, a joking matter, because even the mass of my finger, you know, getting chopped in a quarter, and you know all of this is going on, I still have my jokes and this and that. So the next day, I see my mom, got my meds. They gave me some antibiotics. They gave me some painkillers. Well, not really just painkiller, just pain medicine. And then, you know, I got all my meds right. And then I was at home and I was talking to my mom. She came over to the house. She was, you know, she's checking on her only son, her baby. She's checking on me. She was worried. And, yeah, she, like I said, she reminded me of all the vegetables that she had cut. And I was jokingly telling her that, like, you know what? Hey man, it's a blessing. You know, look at everything like it's a blessing, man. Like, I'm still alive. My finger might be a little hurting a little bit, but I'm still alive. I'm still good. I'm still intact. And then a couple of days after that, on a Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm just like, I'm not at work. And so I decided to actually take off the week for work. And doctor was like, yeah, just go ahead and take off the week. But you look good. You're going to heal. You're going to be straight. You're going to be fine. But that nail's not going to grow. And then, you know, all of this. And I literally told her again, I said, man, I look at it as a blessing. I mean, I needed this time away from work. Maybe I maybe needed a proper time away from work because I'm doing podcasting, I'm working, I got kids going back to school. You know, I'm doing a lot of things, and then like a lot of times you get lost in the sauce and you don't kind of focus on yourself. And so I think that week off was a blessing for me to actually focus on myself. Now, I'm going to say this, okay? A blessing in disguise, in my opinion, for all of the facts of not going to work, right? And I'm actually getting time to myself and relaxing. And then in the midst of all that, I actually went back to work on Tuesday. Monday was holiday, so we came back to work Tuesday. I went back to work Tuesday, and I will tell you the amount of disappointment I was in myself. And that was a blessing in disguise for me being off for that week. Because when I came back to work and I was doing everything, I kind of looked at my page Cause I didn't film at all. And for people that don't know, I do have another podcast I do with my dad. It's called Burgess and Son. It's on YouTube and Spotify as well. If y'all want to go check that out. We talk about mainly sports, way back wonders and top 5 lists. And yeah, it's a good vibe over there. So go check that out. And I apologize to you too, Dad. Saying we missed a couple of weeks of episodes, but he understands. He was there when it happened as well. So he understands, and we got a lot of content that he's still putting out and producing. So we're going to actually film this weekend. But, man, I was just thinking about it. Like, I didn't do anything really content wise. I made a couple of videos here and there. I posted a couple of videos here and there, especially from my last episode with Sel Drummond. Shout out to Sel Drummond. Thank you for the interview, man. That was a great episode, by the way. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed in myself because I really didn't put forward effort. And going back into work made me realize how, well, first of all, not doing this for a couple of weeks and going back to work made me realize how passionate I am about this. I love to talk. I love to be passionate talking. And I love to talk about stuff that I want to talk about without any feedback. Especially right now. Of course, you get the comments and you get the, everything else when you post on social media. That's why you post on social media. You want the feedback, right? And so I get that feedback, of course. But actually, as I'm filming, saying what I want to say right now and doing, and I don't get the feedback that you like, that's therapeutic. And so not having my form of therapy for 2 weeks and then going back to work is like, and I'm just looking at my page. Cause like I said, I haven't been really doing that. So I'm looking on Instagram and TikTok, and I'm just looking at all these creators that I'm not gonna say that I started with, but we kind of all started at the same time. Either they started before me or started after me. One guy that I'm really loving watching his content is his name is We Love Dot. Shout out to We Love Dot. Hopefully to have him on the show soon. Yeah, we talked about that. Man, I love his content. A lot of other people's content that I'm seeing on camera and on the screen, and people that I'm working with, Marcus Brown, I want to say his name is Marcus. Shout out to him. He tags me in a lot of stuff that he's doing, and even that, I was like, man, like I'm so proud of them doing that, and man, I felt so lazy. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't do anything, and it really being back at work yesterday showed me that, man, this is probably something that I really want to do, and heavily. Now I've been doing this for a year and a half. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Me doing this was more of a, I'm seeing everybody do podcasts, and I'm not going to lie. I see, like Shannon Sharp, his podcast took off, and a couple of Chicks and Gigs. I love their podcast. I remember when Taylor Lewan and Will Compton started Bussin' with the Boys. Now it's branded, basically. Everybody knows Bussin' with the Boys. People that don't even watch football, they're like, hey, you watch Bussin' with the Boys? Like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So I won't sit here and try to hold y'all of like, oh, I did a podcast because, I just like, no, I was looking at everybody else, the success and the life-changing, and the revenue is bringing those people. And so I was trying to be like, you know what? Let me see how I like it. And if I like it, cool. If not, we'll see what happens. And my first goal was to start it with 10 episodes. Got past 10 episodes. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go for 15. 15 or 25. 25 got here. Then we talking about 40, 50. We're at 60, like 65 episodes at this point right now, right? I kind of realized how passionate I am about this. And not only passionate, how serious I'm about to start taking it more, right? All of this. I remember when I used to do skits in high school. I got to get back to doing skits, playing video games, being on Twitch. I'm seeing people get paid off Twitch. Even if you get paid $1 off of Twitch, man, you getting paid. Somebody loves to watch you play video games. And I used to do all of this like really heavily, but I didn't put myself out there like I am trying to do now. And so that kind of, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, being at work, I didn't want to be back at work. And that helped me make my decision of, you know what, change your life. You want this to happen? Make it happen. Nobody is going to hold your hand when doing it. You got to do it. You got to want it. Zay, you have to want it. And I'll be honest with y'all. I do want it. And I guess right now I might not sound like I am serious and I'm not sincere, but a lot of the emotions is going on because now I'm not gonna lie to you, I was at work practicing this. What I'm saying now, I was practicing it and I had the most confidence, but man, the moment I just start speaking and thinking about it more, man, I just get a little bit emotional because man, it's just crazy, man. I feel like I can be one of the best. All this inspiration around me, like I said, we love Dot. Marcus, dude, I'm literally I was on Instagram last night, and a lot of people saw it already, but y'all saw the Drewski skit where he's like dressed up as a white dude and he's at the NASCAR race and he's doing all that. Funny as shit. Drewski is hilarious. First of all, very hilarious. Second of all, man, especially shout out to Drewski, man. You don't know how much that inspired me, bro. Because a lot of people don't think about it. I feel like, in my opinion, when you get to a certain level of status or fame, quote unquote, that you don't really have to work as hard. Like, you can do here and there and you can actually pick and choose what you really want to do. But in reality, man, it's everybody trying to work to be on top. And you think from the outside looking in, you think, oh, they're good, they're on top. Whole time in their tax bracket where they're at, like they're the bottom trying to go to the top still. We look at it because we don't have that. Drewski gave me inspiration because that skit, first of all, made me laugh so hard I almost pissed myself at work. But not only that, dude, he's working and that's just a few skits that he's been doing. Okay, he's working so hard as in he's not already famous. Like, you're not already funny. You're not already. He's working that much harder than anybody, and I appreciate that. Casanet, same thing. Guy who started with streaming video games and just people want to watch video games. Now he's one of the biggest streamers in the world. His face is everywhere. This motherfucker got commercials with Snoop Dogg, and I think he got a State Farm commercial. All of this shit that he's in, Taco Bell, was it Taco Bell, Mountain Dew? One of the two. I don't know. He's on Fortnite now. He's on Fortnite. He's a character. And so him too. I feel like he's at a place to where he really don't have to do much. And yet he's continuously working as if he's trying, like it's his first time. Like he just started to get paid. He's working hard. Drewski was in a Drake music video. And this is when Drake had the haircut with the heart on it, lit. The heart part, lit. Drewski was on one of his music videos. And I thought at that point, I was like, oh, Drewski okay, you're up there. But the fact that he keeps reaching for greatness and still making the shit, it's inspiration. And I really thank you guys a lot for inspiring me. Everyone that I name, it's a lot of people out there that I am definitely forgetting right now, and I will tell y'all right now, I shout out to all of y'all. I watch all of y'all, and I'm a huge fan of a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's a lot of stuff that I might not like, or some stuff that I might find annoying, it don't matter, man. I try to help the cause, man. One view matters, one share matters, one comment matters, and so I try to be. I try to be encouraging and I try to be supportive and all of that. And so I'm watching all of y'all. So shout out to all of y'all. But like, man, Drewski, Kai, Shannon Sharp, man, even Shannon Sharp, man, I definitely love watching his podcast. Cat Williams thing blew him up. But even then, think about this. Shannon Sharp, NFL football player. You now get it back in the 90s. 90s, 2000s, where football players didn't get as they get now, but you still had your money and had good enough that you could have chilled. Not only did you say, okay, all right, I'm done playing the league, go to TV. I remember when I was a kid going home, rushing home from church, rushing my ass home to watch football, of course, and on CBS, what do I see? I see Shannon Sharp on there talking. He did the crime bit, that shit, and he's always talking, and and he was on NFL Network for a minute, and then now he's doing his podcast and got Club Shay Shay, and now that's taking the fuck off, and it's like Shannon Sharp, especially now because now it's his podcast thing, his Club Shay Shay, and then you got Nightcap with Ocho, like it's like Shannon Sharp. It's just like he's working so hard as if this is his first time doing it, and like that he needs to be on top, and then he needs to grind. And the fact that you keep going and keep doing that and have that mentality, I appreciate it, man. So I'm going to be on my P's and Q's. I'm going to do better. I was posting 2 to 3 videos a day, reels, YouTube shorts, and TikToks and all this. I'm trying to push that up to 5 videos a day. I'm trying to do skits on top of that, gaming, streaming. I'm going to be dabbling into a lot of more things now. Okay. And the inspiration you guys have gave me is more than enough that I needed. Okay. And for myself, going back to work and seeing like, man, if I would have took that week and used it wisely, actually, even if I would have filmed a 9, if I would have actually edited old videos or posted old videos, maybe I would have I wouldn't feel the way I feel. But I feel so bad, like I am nothing. Like I just did not do anything, right? And so to anybody who has a dream out there, hopefully you find this, and hopefully you kind of put this into your brain of go chase your dream. Now I get it. Jesus, take the wheel, right? We pray all day. We pray for God to answer our prayers. We pray for money. We pray for financial stability. We pray for structure. We pray for clothes. We pray for everything, right? And on top of praying, it's hard work. Yes, I can pray that I literally saw a shooting star not too long ago, and I prayed too along with making my wish. Like, man, I just wish that my podcast and everything I'm trying to do will take off. God, I do believe in you. Just please help me out. This and that, right? As much as I prayed like that, I got to go work 10 times harder. You know what I'm saying? And I've always known that, but now I'm kind of just looking. Man, I had a lot to think about at work last night. Like, I just didn't want to be there. So I got to work super hard to not be there anymore, okay? And this is my promise to y'all. If I can make it and I can get my shit together and get off the ground, I will say where I had work or where I'm currently working now. I will expose that, and I will show y'all the day that I quit, because this is going to take off. And it's a lot of talking, and it's like, oh, you just talking. You just talking. I get it, but it's time to do, right? Like I said, shout out to my mom. I found that as a blessing in disguise. I felt like cutting my thumb, really being off of work and like kind of just sitting down in my own, just like what the fuck, made me realize, man, if you really want to go do something, go do it, bro. Go do it, man. Proud of everybody, man. All the people that I named. Jeff Teague, his podcast is Jeff Teague is hilarious. Okay, I love his podcast too. Melo as well. Carmelo Anthony is a Hall of Fame NBA player, all-time great. Really don't need to do any kind of work, but the fact that he's putting work in on his podcast, man, I applaud all of them. All of them. And I be honest, I want to be a guest on Club Shay Shay, on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, on Shits and Gigs, on Bussin' with the Boys, Club Shay. Did I say Club Shay Shay already? I want to be a guest on all of them. Kai Stream. I want to be a guest on all of them someday. You know what I'm saying? Cause I got some stories. I got some stories that are funny. Jeff. You know what I'm saying? I got my Carmelo / Jeremy Lin story that I have that I need to tell. Melo, you would love that story. You would find it funny. But yeah, hopefully in the near future I can be in the same category with those people. And I'm praying and I'm working hard at the same time every day. And so I'm glad that y'all are rocking with me. I'm glad for the people who probably did notice a little bit that I was going. I'm glad that y'all noticed. But yeah, man, it's time to get my shit together. It's time to everybody get their shit together. If you got a dream, go chase it. if you got a dream that you feel like it's too far-fetched, go chase it. If you've got a dream that everybody laughing at you, that it makes everybody laugh at you, and people are gonna, even your own family and friends are like, man, give up that dream. It's not for you. Go chase that dream. Okay? Don't let these people hold you back. The only person that's holding you back is you. Only person that was holding me back this whole time that I didn't do diddly squat was me. Now, after I get done with this, I'm going to edit, of course, do and all that. And I got to post ASAP. I need something. I need some content. My page has been dry for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. Okay? And so I got to, in order for me to do this, I need to do this. Okay? So thank you. Thank everybody, from my family to my friends, all the prayers, all the people that called to make sure I was okay. Thank you guys so much. To all the fans, the little fans that I do have, I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening to even 5 minutes of my show, 2 minutes of my show. I appreciate it. Okay. Shout out to all of y'all. And I'm going to get my shit together and we're going to do this. Okay. We're going to do it together and I'm going to be with y'all. Okay. All right. Now, that was a nice little rant. Needed to get that off my chest. That's the episode. Now, we're gonna talk about it a little bit more before I get up out of here, though. But yeah, man, we are back into football season. This is what I've been waiting on, man. Y'all know me. I am a sports guy. One more thing too about that. I will try to push more of the. I know I do sports, but I want to do more mental health stuff. Talk about life. Talk about everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? I try to dibble and dabble to everything. I might not know a lot of things, but I try to listen and pay attention and talk about it. Everybody don't know everything, and so certain things that you never heard of might strike your interest. You never know, right? Okay, so yeah, football season is officially back. This past weekend, it was week 1 of college football. My takes on it. UNC, North Carolina looked good for a minute and 45 seconds. After that minute and 45 seconds, where the fuck was North Carolina? They disappeared. That quarterback, iffy. Arch Manning and the former number one Texas team, number one team in the country, Texas, went to Ohio State, who were defending champions, and played. And I will be honest with you, Arch Manning did not look like a Heisman candidate. Texas did not look like the number one team in the nation, or in the country. Yeah, I get it, and I hate the excuses that I'm hearing for both Arch Manning and Bill Belichick. Especially really for Arch Manning. Well, no, Arch Manning I can kind of get, but Bill Belichick missed me with that one. Because with Arch Manning, man, you did go to Ohio State, defending champions. You went to their crib, first game of the season. You don't think they're hyped? They're ecstatic. They're ready to go. And this is true test. You're not starting against Texas State, or you're not starting against UTEP. You starting against the defending champs, Ohio State Buckeyes. Okay, I can't believe I said that with a straight face. But anyway, go Oregon. You know what I'm saying? You're facing that, and I feel like a lot of criticism has been put on. I feel like a lot of hype was being put on him too early. Heisman favorite. He's going to be the best thing since this and this and that. Best prospect since Tim Tebow. Out of pocket, please. I get it. You got to hype the young man up, and his last name is Manning, so of course we're going to be watching him. But at the same time, man, you put too much pressure on him. Now you really put a high level expectation, and because he didn't even halfway meet that expectation, y'all want to throw him under the bus super fast, and that's unfair. Arch Manning is fine. Arch Manning is going to get his opportunities in the next couple of weeks. He's going to play great, and I hope they make it to the playoffs, and he actually gets to try to prove himself again, right? But for Bill Belichick's sake, man, this is why I'm tripping, because the same people who were really making excuses, oh, well, he got in, he's new to the college, or he got all these players, and you got to get used to this, and TCU is already an established team, and I don't want to hear that. I knew a coach And I don't want to sound like I'm throwing shade or I'm bashing or I'm starting beef, because that's the last thing I want. I don't want my name associated with beef with anybody. But I just want to say, I remember a certain coach of Coach Primetime Deion Sanders. I remember Coach Prime had a debut a couple of years ago versus, I'm not going to say the same TCU team. Same coach was there. A couple of players might have been there. But the TCU team that Deion had his debut in, Bill Belichick had his debut against that TCU team. Like I said, not the same players. I get it. But still TCU. Deion went into TCU and played them. TCU went to North Carolina to play Bill Belichick in his debut. People tried to make excuses on why the Colorado Buffaloes won versus TCU in Deion's debut as a head coach of Colorado. Excuses. Well, that team in TCU, they lost everybody to the league, and they don't have their this and that and all of that. I don't want to hear it. I did not want to hear it back then, and I definitely don't want to hear it now. But y'all tried to make every excuse on why Deion and the Buffaloes won that game. Why Shador looked so good? Why Travis Hunter looks? Y'all trying to make excuses on why they was looking so good, and now flip it. It's 2 years later. Bill Belichick goes debut at home versus TCU, and they get the brakes beat off of them. Now you want the TCU team was let's just take it slow. No. We can't do that. Have the same energy. Coach Prime tell you, I ain't hard to find. Have the same energy that you had when you was saying this and this. Have it now. Why don't he get the same criticism that I got? I know why, but I'm just saying. I don't want to start controversy. I'm just saying, right? That's my take on the Bill Belichick thing. I think Bill Belichick is fine as well. Like I said, Arch Manning is fine. Just give him some more games to catch up to speed, and he's going to be ready to go. Bill Belichick is fine. He's a legendary football coach. Not just a football coach. He's a legendary football coach. He's won Super Bowls. That's the highest level of football that you can really go to, and he's won six titles. More titles than six as a head coach, being a coordinator. I want to say it's 8 titles, 8 or 9 titles. I can't remember. It might be 7. I don't know, but I gotta fact check me on that. Somebody. So Bill Belichick is fine. He knows what it's gonna like. Now this was a good ass punch to the face. Like, welcome to this. You can't just be blessed with the best quarterback and do this. You actually got to go work to sign the players and get these players and to commit to North Carolina, and y'all actually go play. So Bill Belichick and North Carolina Tar Heels are fine. Now it was disappointing because you got Michael Jordan in the crib. Lawrence Taylor was at the crib. Everybody was there to witness that. Everybody was hyped after that first touchdown. Even I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a game. Okay, Bill, what happened? What happened? Yeah, man. I think they're gonna be fine. Now, one team that I was living my best life watching go down was Alabama. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not an Alabama hater. I can care less for Alabama. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not an Alabama hater. I don't really fuck with them like that. But I don't hate them like a lot of other people do. But seeing them go down the way they did, oh my God, that was lovely. That was just mwah. We're so sorry, hold on. We're so used to Alabama being top dog, right? We're so used to them being top dog, and the fact that they came out game 1 versus an unranked Florida State team and shit the bed, that was phenomenal. Storming the field game 1, insanity. That's crazy work. That quarterback from Florida State, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I did not know who he was until he was killing Bama. And what's crazy is he went to Boston College, killed Florida State when he was on Boston College, came to Florida State, now he's killing motherfuckers. If he can go in the right direction and you get the right teams, the right schedule, you can see that young man in the Heisman finalist. Potentially. I'm not going to try to jump the gun, but I think he was just that good. He was just that phenomenal. He was that great. I can't. Then on top of that, to say what you said in the beginning, before the game started, Nick Saban can't save you. I'm about to fuck y'all up. And you went out there and fucked them up. You, sir, have all of my respect. All of it. You don't have to do anything else for the rest of the year. What you did there was phenomenal. And I love that. Okay. Talked about the debut of North Carolina compared to Deion. Speaking of Deion, debut for the quarterback in Colorado. Salter, I want to say his name is, if I'm not mistaken. I was watching the Colorado game and I was pissed off. First of all, I just don't understand how 3 years in a row the defense is just still so iffy, man. Y'all have athletes and y'all have y'all have everything that you need for that defense to be at least maintainable. At least if your defense can at least if they let up maybe 14 points a game, but when the nitty gritty, they can make you to stop to put you to give you the ball in the end to win games. Okay, the Chiefs do it all the time. Chiefs give up at least 14 points, especially now. They give up 14 points, but when it's 21-21 and Patrick Mahomes needs that ball back, their defense steps up and they go win the game. Okay, that's what I expect from Colorado. The defense is shaky once again. Again, it's game one, so I can't really say anything, but I am frustrated. Defense is shaky, game one. That quarterback is game one, but dude, you had like 3 or 4 throws that dudes was right in front of you. And like, how do you not throw it? Just give it to him. Matter of fact, you can just shovel the pass. What was going on, man? What was going on? And then the 2 timeout thing, I get it. You're not supposed to, you're supposed to use your timeouts in this. But at the same time, it's 30 seconds left on the clock, and I'm seeing my quarterback take fucking 10 seconds off the clock and throw a Hail Mary to the end zone. We didn't need that. So it's a lot going on. Now, Colorado disappointed me in their debut. I'm not going to lie. Especially to Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is a good team, though. Please don't sleep on Georgia Tech. I used to be a Georgia Tech fan all the time. All the way. I used to want to go to Georgia Tech. What? Derek Morgan? What? I used to watch him all day. Dude, I was disappointed in Colorado. Their defense has to be better. That quarterback play, at this point, Julian Lewis is probably about to play sooner than later, in my opinion. After what I just saw out of that, yeah, he needs to play. Because what worse can you do than that? And then on top of it, I feel like the QB1 in Colorado, he has legs. Why don't you use them a lot of times? And it is what it is, okay? Shout out to Coach Prime. Shout out to the Buffs. But, man, I was so disappointed in that loss. They're going to get better. They're going to be fine, okay? All in all, it was crazy. Oregon got the dub. Penn State got the dub. So it was a good weekend of college football, especially starting. This is how it started. I can't wait to see how the rest of the season unfolds. Okay. I really can't wait. I am ready for all of the football that's about to come. It's going to be crazy. One thing that's happened before I get into some more football, one thing that's happened over the past weekend, y'all see I got my Hardy shirt. Hey, just like my boys right here, I was tough, man. Nitty gritty, extreme. But Clash in Paris was just this past Sunday. I just want to say one quick thing. WWE, did you see? Now I know it's France, or Paris, France. I know. So Already a different vibe. They don't Paris, really anybody outside the United States, they don't get the luxury, or they're not spoiled of seeing WWE. Okay, like now they do, like just recently they traveled, did 3 or 4 shows there, and now they're coming back to the States. But that's it. Like that's, you don't know when is the next time they might come. And so, but in the United States, we're spoiled by seeing these WWE superstars yearly if you want to. You know, you can buy tickets and go travel all you want to. And sometimes we can be too spoiled that we don't know what we got, especially until it's gone. Okay. But I will tell you right now, please, WWE, consider it. Going back to just one day pay-per-views on Sunday. Please, man. That's what I grew up with. That's what I miss a lot. I hate the fact that I got to choose between watching a UFC fight and a WWE pay-per-view, or watching now a football game versus WWE pay-per-view, which I'm picking the football game 9 times out of 10. And I know on Sundays, you know, Sunday night football, but it's like WrestleMania is in April, so no football is going on. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about it, man. If you're gonna make a 2-night pay-per-view, then let it be WrestleMania. That's fine. WrestleMania is fine. Even though I don't agree with it, because I just don't like the 2 days. Especially, they did it with SummerSlam. This is my problem with the 2-day pay-per-views. The past 2 or 3 times, fuck that. The past 4 times, I want to say. And we're talking about 2 or 3 WrestleManias and this last SummerSlam. Night 1 has been significantly better than night 2. And that is outrageous. Outrageous. I'm basically paying for 2 days, and the night 1, I wish I could relive that versus this boring ass night 2. Go back to the 1 pay-per-views on Sundays, and let's just stick with that. I know, money hungry. TKO owns everything. And I get it. But fuck that. Let's get back to the real childhood of things. Please, please. That's just my take on WWE and what they should do. Definitely don't listen to me. I ain't the one making y'all money like that. So that's just my opinion, and this is how I feel. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. All right. Before I get up out of here, I'm going to tell y'all something right now. Football is back. Football is back, baby. Okay. We started last week with some college games, okay? I didn't, like I said, I was injured, so I did not at all participate in any predictions. But for the NFL Week 1, we are going to do some predictions. Are y'all ready? Okay. Thursday night, tomorrow night, kicks off. Thursday night, kicks off NFL Week 1 with Dallas Cowboys traveling to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. Eagles will hang their second banner, and they will get their rings. And that's going to be fun to watch. I'm going to say the easiest answer is the Philadelphia Eagles are going to destroy the Cowboys, especially after they did the dumbest trade of trading Micah Parsons to the Packers. Eagles easily. I got another guy that I like too, MJ. I watch him, man. He's an Eagles fan, and I know. And I don't think they're going to put up 45 on the Cowboys now. I feel like that's outrageous, but I do believe the Eagles should win this game. But I will say this. If Dak has the ball last possession and they just need a field goal, I will take Dallas. Dallas can upset Philadelphia Week 1 in Philly, and it can happen. Will it happen? Probably not, but it can happen. Okay. All right, on that Friday, we have Chiefs. How about those Chiefs? We have the Chiefs versus the Chargers. That game is in, I want to say, it's not in the United States, I'll tell you that. But that game is going to be on YouTube. That's going to be on Friday. I got the Chiefs opening up with a can of whoop ass versus the Chargers. They ready. They're pumped. Patrick Mahomes looks pissed off already. Mahomes is pissed off. He's ready to go. All in all. So, Yeah, y'all better be ready for a pissed off Patrick Mahomes. I got Chiefs in that game right there. Okay. Team behind me, Titans open up against the Broncos in Denver. That's going to be a tough game. I'm going to go with Denver pulling that game out, even though I hate going against my Titans, but I got Denver pulling that game out. Okay. For the night game on Sunday night, Baltimore versus Buffalo in Buffalo. Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson. What a fucking way to start off Sunday Night Football. I'm going to go Ravens beating Buffalo in Buffalo, though. I think that's going to happen. And for Monday Night Football, Minnesota Vikings versus Chicago Bears to kick off Monday Night Football this year on ABC in Chicago. I want to see J.J. McCarthy, and I want to see how he's going to do. And I think he's going to outperform Caleb Williams. So I got Minnesota Vikings winning that game. Okay, a couple of more noticeable games. Washington and New York, that should be a good game. Pittsburgh, New York, that should be another good game. Cincinnati, Cleveland. Ooh. Get ready, Joe. Yeah, man. So, all in all, thank you guys for joining me today on Talking 100 Podcast. I am back, and I can't wait. I can't wait for football. Football is back. My predictions are back. Everything is back about everything, okay? I am excited, and I am happy. Thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for continuing to support me. And y'all already know I'm going to be back with more of my shit, okay? But until then, y'all already know who I am. I'm Zay for Life, and Zay for Life is out.